danger and darkness away.
I need to take a dump.
Get ready!
An ancient philosopher once asked,
Is that better? To do one thing perfectly rather than do lots of things really well?
Deep Rock Galactic is certainly a strong example of why the former often wins out.
Scanners indicate particularly rich veins of morkite and gold further down. Bring it back, boys.
You see, with simple game concepts like those found behind Tetris or Beat Saber, the joy comes not from the depths of its mechanics, but from the moment-to-moment gameplay. I'd been watching the early access of Deep Rock Galactic on both PC and Xbox for well over a year. The cartoony graphics were appealing to me, as was the ad hoc co-op nature of the gameplay. The reviews seemed almost universally glowing, and as time went on, the praise not only grew more pronounced, but more and more players began chiming in with stories of the great times they were having.
Let there be joy!
Seriously, I'd watched the number of hours spent on Steam of people playing the early access version reach into the hundreds and continue to grow. This kept it on my radar, but with so many other games to play, I just watched it out of the corner of my eye, sitting there firmly on the back burner. Now, after 4 years in development and over 2 years in early access, it's finally released. I decided to take the plunge, and I'm really sorry I waited. Deep Rock Galactic is not only simple to understand and play, but immensely fun. In this video, I'll share my early impressions and show why I think Deep Rock Galactic just might be the next game you'll want to try.
Must remember to get my gear upgraded.
The premise of Deep Rock Galactic is simple and very familiar to anyone who enjoys the roguelike genre. You enter a level, collect things, fight some other things, and finish the level. Once back in your hub, you upgrade your gear and stats and start planning your next outing, but to reduce this title to a single such trope is to sell it short. As with all of life's best experiences, the joy is found in the journey and not the destination.
Finally!
This game takes that philosophy to heart, I think, and provides you with a playground in which to live out your adventures. Think of it like a sea of thieves with dwarves and pickaxes. In Deep Rock Galactic, you play as an employee of the Deep Rock Galactic Mining Company. After a tutorial, you'll select one of 4 unique and complementary classes: Driller, Engineer, Gunner, or Scout. Drillers can burrow their way through pretty much everything and use their satchel charges to create large AoE blasts. The Engineer can build turrets that do an excellent job of protecting the team from swarms. They also have the ability to create ledges usable by the entire group to quickly make its way around levels. The warrior of the group, the Gunner, can drop a shield generator protecting others when the swarms invade. They can also create zip lines the entire team can use to traverse otherwise impassable areas. Finally, the Scouts have a hugely useful flare gun to light up the darkest of places and a grappling hook to quickly zip high and low in the cavernous rooms. You can switch between these classes in between missions, giving you a chance to level each independently up to level 25. Each class has its own skills and loadout, and through masterful balancing, these classes work synergistically. On top of that, you have an overall employee level that increases as you increase your class levels. Approach the console to pick your next mission or join another person's game. You can play solo, accompanied by your pet Bosco, and have a great time.
Give me some light right here.
But to be honest, you'll have far more fun with others. And it seems other people feel the same way, as I've yet to start a game where another dwarf hasn't joined my open session within minutes. Once you've picked a locale and a mission, you and your comrades board a trusty dropship and begin the journey underground. The levels are procedurally generated, fully destructible, and come in several vastly different biomes, with even more being added. Finding your way through the environment is, itself, a voyage of moment-to-moment discovery. You'll have to rely on your handheld scanner, flares, and fellow dwarfs if you want to complete the mission and make it back alive. Down in the hole, you'll spend most of your time accomplishing your objectives. Based on the mission type, you might have to shoot subterranean boss monsters, harvest minerals, recover eggs, repair robots, or perform a variety of other tasks. You're assigned 2 for each mission, a main one which you must complete, and a single optional objective that provides a significant bonus to XP and reward. Sometimes, around 10% of the time I've read, you'll find random backpacks or crates. These could contain valuable materials, cosmetics, new emotes, some really rare stuff. There's just something about random reinforcement that always makes you want to come back. Something I've really grown to appreciate is the simplicity and efficacy of the pinging system.
Morkite!
Using your laser pointer to draw your teammates' attention to a feature becomes second nature very quickly. Communication is largely accomplished via pinging items or providing shouts, and these shouts may be instructional,
I called for Molly.
or inspirational.
Rock and roll and stone. None of you
Rock and stone
die
to
worthless
the bone.
crystal.
I can't imagine ever getting tired of hearing the shout of rock and stone at the end of a mission. These dwarfs would be a blast to hang out with. After you accomplish what you need to, you'll summon Molly, your mobile loot bank, and send it back to the dropship. You'll have 5 minutes to join it there or be left behind. You'll do your best to follow Molly as it efficiently makes its way back, try not to get lost, and often frantically fight off new waves of monsters as they crawl out of the walls. A voice counts down the minutes you have left, only escalating the tension. Back in the ship, you'll collect perk points earned by completing global objectives.
Damn, I'm good at this.
Spending these perk points on active and passive perks, a limited number of which may be equipped at one time, is a major progression path. Then check your loadout, upgrading whatever you can and assigning perks as needed, and then it's time to head back into the fray. Having played the game on both Xbox One X and PC, I can vouch for both versions. The Unreal Engine 4 based graphics are very similar on both, so it really comes down to where you want to play. Control isn't as much of an issue this time because I'm very happy to report that keyboard and mouse and gamepad are supported on both platforms. On Xbox, that puts it another step ahead of its many competitors. I've only just started my employment at Deep Rock Galactic, and I'm looking forward to working overtime as I get promoted. Leveling up unlocks a large number of new cosmetics and upgrades and ways to refine my gear. And eventually I'll be able to unlock deep dives and the Forge. My future career path is bright
I
indeed.
got it!
In summary, the team at Danish studio Ghost Ship Games deserves every bit of success it has earned. Based on their observed level of activity and community involvement, I'm excited to see what's coming next, and I'm looking forward to spending much more time underground with my newfound comrades. Deep Rock Galactic is published by Coffee Stain Publishing and is now available on both the Steam and Microsoft Xbox stores for around $29.99 US. Note that this is a Microsoft Play Anywhere title, so if you buy it from their store, you'll own it on both Xbox and PC. Cross-save and achievements are supported right out of the box, a huge perk. If you do pick it up, please consider purchasing the Ultimate Pack that includes both cosmetic DLCs as well as the Supporter upgrade. These folks deserve every penny they get. These upgrades are purely cosmetic, so don't worry about a pay-to-win situation. So that's our first impression of Deep Rock Galactic. If you played it, what was your experience? Leave a comment below and let us know. Also, feel free to add any questions or suggestions. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching.